Kathy's like, I don't want to be in the, I don't want to be in it tonight. Okay, so we're late coming on tonight because we were having a conversation. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have to have conversations. And it was a good one because we have to understand why we're suffering and how to get out of suffering. And so we were having a conversation, and a lot of times people want to tell us things. They speak to us and they tell us their garbage that is hurting them because they want to release it to someone else. And that's okay. We all need a release. But when you go through this, you have to learn how not to take it on. So, and most of us, as I said last night, are empaths. So we automatically think we need to take it on. But really what's happening when we're taking on somebody else's thing is we're listening to them, but our mind is going back to something that's happened in our past that can relate to what they're talking about. And so it creates suffering in us because we're reaching back in the past and bringing it to the future in the now. And we're suffering over something that happened in our past. And this is not, we don't have to do this, but we've done it our entire life, so we don't know how not to do it. So the first thing you do in learning how not to do it is you have to speak the truth inside yourself. So, and I'm going to look here and there because I've got people here in YouTube, so I'm going to do both. You have to speak the truth to yourself. And a lot of times we'll lie to ourselves. We'll say, oh, I'm just feeling bad for them. No, you're not. You're not just feeling bad for them because it's not you, it's them. So you're taking their stuff and you're thinking about your old stuff and you're bringing it in and you're marinating it together, and then you're creating suffering. And so not only is the person that's talking to you suffering, but you're suffering with them. So we have to speak truth to ourselves. So as this is happening, you have someone telling you their story and it's not good. It's not a good story. And I do it all the time. I hear people telling me their story all the time. And so I have to inside myself say, oh, that's not me. That's not about me. And the minute you start thinking or remembering something from your past that relates to what they're saying, you have to stop yourself. You have to, I don't care if you have to snap your fingers or tap your head or, stomp your foot to remind yourself, bring yourself into the now. Because anything in your past is going to create suffering. You're going to start suffering. You're not in the now. When we go back in the past, we're going to suffer. When we go to the future and try to figure out that's suffering. The only time we have is the now, right here in this moment. That's it. And when it goes, then you have another moment, maybe. We don't know. Sometimes people have another moment. Sometimes they don't. They're gone in the next moment. So you have to be in this moment in time because that's all you really have. So as you're in your past and you're bringing it to the now, you have to tell yourself the truth. What am I doing? Say it to yourself. What am I doing? Ooh, I feel a little twinge of not so good. What is that? And then when you ask the question, what is it? See, we're going over some things that I talked about in class. Mindfulness. So mindfulness of what you're saying inside yourself, your thoughts, right? You have to be mindful of those. What are you thinking in this moment? I've done this before. What are you thinking in this moment? Ask yourself that. You don't have to answer me. You have to answer you because you're the one there. I'm not there. I'm here. I'm here in this moment. I know where I am. Where are you? Where is your mind? Where are you taking yourself? And if it's not in this moment, bring it to this moment. But you have to be truthful. I'm somewhere else, but I was somewhere else, but I'm going to be here now. Because if you tell yourself, oh, no, I wasn't, then how can you bring yourself here? You're going to be still there and suffering is funny because we're so used to it. That's our comfort zone. It sounds crazy, but it's true. That's where we're comfortable. We're comfortable in misery because that's where we've been our entire life. It's not where you have to live now. You can say to yourself, oh, that was before. That was, people talk about previous lifetimes. We have many in this lifetime. Who I was when I was 21 years old is not who I am today. That was a lifetime ago. And I'm nowhere close to the same person that I was. And even when I was 30, I'm not the same person that I was when I was 30. So whenever we have changes in our life, we start a new life. We start a new lifetime. And we can let the past go. We don't have to carry it into this new life that we have. We can let it go. It's a beautiful thing when you do. Like you can go, oh, I have a whole new life. And it's true, you do. You don't have to stay in that life. That's long ago. Let it go. Let it be. It's history. Let it go. We cling to history. We don't have to cling to history. What's it doing for us? Now, you have to ask yourself these questions in order to get out of the suffering. So if I'm thinking about the past, what is it doing for me? What is it doing for me or to you? Be honest. What is it doing? If you're honest, you're going to say it's creating suffering because it is. That's what it does. If you're not honest, you'll be like, oh, it helps me grow. No, it doesn't. It already did that. That's why you're not in the past anymore. You already grew. You just forgot you grew. You wouldn't do the same thing. Some do. Some still are stuck in the same way they were 30 years ago. Some are. Some stay there. That's okay. If they're there, they're not in this class because they're not trying to get out of the past. They're going to be there and they're happy where they are. That's okay. Let them be. But if you're in this class and you're watching this video, you're looking to be in another place inside yourself. So I'm telling you how to do it because I've been in that past. I used to stay there quite frequently, but it's not a place that creates peace inside of you. It's a place that creates chaos. It's a place that creates suffering. These are honest words that I say to myself. I never go back into the past anymore. There's a time when it's almost like you go over the hump and you get to a place where you don't even think about your past. You don't even care. It doesn't matter because you're here. You're in this now place. And this now place is a beautiful place to be. It's really very beautiful. You're no longer in that chaos that you were in. And even if you are in chaos now, but you're here and you're watching this and you're trying to get out of it, good, because you're going to. Because you're making an effort not to stay in there. Sounds crazy. It sounds funny, but it's true. I was in some crazy chaos. If I told you all the stories about my life, people say I should write a book because it was crazy. I went through crazy times in my life, but it all brought me here. See, it made me have an understanding. I can look at things and go, okay, if I do this, it's going to do this. See, there's always a reaction to an action, right? It's truth. You throw a ball up, it comes down. There's an action, right? Always. There's something that happens every single time you do something. Whether you know it or not, whatever it is, if you do something, I go outside, I go to my car, I turn the key, it starts. Huh. Sometimes I turn the key, it doesn't start. But it always does something, right? It might go tick, tick. There's always, everything you do in life, it creates something. There's a reaction to it. A thought create something. What are you thinking? Be mindful. See, this is you. This is your lovely space. You're this lovely heart. Think of yourself as this beautiful flower, right? What are you going to put on your flower to make it grow? Are you going to squash it or are you going to let it grow? Give it sunshine. Give it a little food. Be kind inside yourself. Don't create that suffering. Why do you want to suffer? It's a beautiful place to be not suffering. And I'm telling you, it's like, it's a peaceful space to be in. And there's love there. Like there's this love that you have not only for yourself, and I speak of love all the time because it's in me. I can't help it. It just flows. It is what it is, right? And so as you're doing this with yourself, see, you have to tell yourself the truth, but the truth will set you free. And that's a saying, but it's so true. If you are truthful with yourself, you will have a freedom inside yourself. See, I speak about my past. I speak it as it was a truth that there's nothing I can do about it. And there's nothing anybody can say about it because it's past, right? And I speak of it as a helping tool for people because it helps them because they're in it. And I was in that, but you'll get out of it. See, you'll get out of it. You don't have to stay in it. You don't have to stay in it. You can let it go. And then everything in our life, it's teaching us. It's our teacher. I say, this world is our university. It's true. And it teaches us. It's the greatest university you will ever go to if you let it be. Don't take it in and go, oh, this is terrible. No, anything that happens is good. Let it be good. Let it be fine, because it's teaching you. I can tell you some of the hardest things that I went through in my life was my brother and my mother dying, okay? Because I took care of them, But first my brother died. And I'm telling you this because there's a reason it happened like it did. And I didn't know at the time, but my brother called me and asked me to come. He lived in Oregon. He asked me to come. So I went the last 3 weeks of his life. I went and I would sit with him every day. And, he had cancer. And so it got bad and it got to the point where he couldn't get out of bed and he couldn't talk. And, he died on my birthday. And most people have that reaction. Oh my God, it was a beautiful thing. I'm going to tell you it was a beautiful thing because I said to him as he laid there the night before my birthday, I said, brother, I love you. And I said, tomorrow is my birthday and I don't want you to be in pain anymore. So there either has to be a miracle where you get healed or leave this world and get out of this pain. And he couldn't speak anymore, but he raised his eyebrows because that was the sign that we had talked about. He would raise his eyebrows if he understood. So he raised his eyebrows and he died at 5:30 in the morning, the next morning on my birthday. And so, thank you, handing out peppermint. So it was a beautiful thing. And I cried when he died. And then I let it go. See, some people can't let death go. We're all going to die, but some people can't. So the very next, that was April. And my mom had cancer at the same time. So I flew back home and she was going through chemotherapy. And then in February of that next year, she died. She died April. She got diagnosed terminal in February, and she died April 5th. My birthday is the 15th. So she died 10 days shy of my birthday. She kept saying, I'm not going to die on your birthday. I'm not going to die on your birthday. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But here I got a gift. And most people would say, oh, had to be horrible. And it wasn't a pleasant thing, but it was a gift because I was able to say anything I wanted to my brother. I was able to say anything I wanted to my mother. And they were able to do the same for me, to me. And I went through that with my brother so that I would know what my mother needed. See? When my brother died, I could, hospice came in and I was learning because I had never, taken care of anybody dying like that. So I was learning, and I learned that you can bring oxygen in, and I learned that you can bring a porta potty in, and I learned that you can get the morphine in a patch or a drip where they can just, I learned these things so that when my mom went through it, see, I would be prepared, and I had everything, boom, 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 boom. She died in peace, right? She died in peace. And so this is all we can ask for in this lifetime, right? To die in peace, because we all are going to die. So you see, I can speak of this. I'm not crying. I'm not sad because I don't live in the past. That was the past. That was a lifetime ago, right? It was, let's see, 10 and 11 years ago. Let's see, 2010 and 2011. So it was a long time ago. I'm not suffering. I'm not going to suffer. I can speak of them. It's a beautiful thing. It was a good experience. It helped me. And I can tell you, in Thailand, I took care of, I didn't take care of, I went to see a lot of people that had cancer and was dying. I saw one lady the night before she died, spoke with her, sang to her, told her it was going to be okay, right? It gave me a gift, these things that happened in my life. Most people would say, oh, that's horrible. Your brother died on your birthday. No, it was beautiful, okay? These things, you can look at them as horrible or you can look at them as beautiful. You can look at them as learning experiences or you can look at them as horrible experiences. It's up to you. What do you want in your life? What do you want it to be? You are the creator. Like, you determine these things inside of you because it's all thoughts that happen inside of your mind. So if you allow your thoughts just to and they're out of control, then you're going to be out of control. This is what happens when this mind, they call it the monkey mind, when this mind goes chattering and gets out of control, you inside yourself are out of control. And you don't know how to get back because you have all of a sudden gone through all this chaos inside yourself. It's not really happening, right? Truth is, it's not happening, but you're having it happen inside of you. And it's creating all of this. Calm it down. Calm it down. How do you calm it down? You tell yourself the truth. What's the truth? I'm letting my mind go to the past and bringing it here, and it's not even happening. That's the past. It didn't happen. My mom and my brother aren't dying today. They already did. It's gone. It's done. There's no reason for me to suffer about it. It's already history. It happened. It will happen to all of us one day. This is truth. We can't get around it. None of us are leaving here alive. It's true. So we might as well embrace that fact and go, okay, then I'm going to live this moment in time, right? I'm going to live this moment in time and I'm going to live it and have it in a peaceful way. I'm going to create peace inside myself. It's a process because we've been so used to creating the chaos in our life and the suffering, and that's where we're comfortable. But you can get comfortable in the peace. It's a beautiful space. I'm telling you, and you've experienced it at some time in your life. You've experienced some kind of peace, and it could be, some people like the mountains. It could be going to the mountains and smelling that crisp, clean air and the little chill that's in the air. Like right now is a good time to go to the mountains. It's got a little bit of crispness to it. The leaves are about to start changing. It's going to be beautiful. And, this is a peaceful space, right? Everybody can relate to these things, right? This is a peaceful space. So you can create that inside you. See, I just did it. We all went there in our mind. We just created that peaceful space. Some people like the beach. So what's the beach? The smell, the salty smell of the ocean, right? Hearing the waves. Yeah. Laying on the beach, sticking your feet in the sand. Yeah, see, we're all there, right? We just went there. We just went to the beach in our mind. This is peace. This is how you create anything you want inside yourself. You can go the other way or you can go here, And even though we just went to the beach, there was no moment in time. We were just saying, oh, that's a nice space, right? That's a nice space to be. So maybe I'll go to the beach one day. It's uncertain because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. So we have to say, okay, we can think we're going to go to the beach, but it's uncertain. And if your plan changes and you're not able to go, it's okay. Make another plan. See? This is life. If we allow it to be life. Or we can suffer in it. Like, how many times have you made a plan and got aggravated because your plans had to change? What's the point? Because it doesn't make the plan not change, right? So you can let that go and say, oh, I'll just make another plan. Because you don't know what would have happened if your plan had come true, right? Maybe your life is being saved. You have no idea. Don't try to figure it out. Let it go. This is the peace that you can have, see? You don't have to be in the chaos that makes you crazy all the time and makes you, no. Let it go. It doesn't matter. Something changes, okay. Let it go, let it be, right? It's okay. Let it flow because life will flow with you if you allow it to. But it's when we fight it. See, we fight all these things. We fight letting go of the past. We fight letting go of stuff we cannot change. It doesn't matter. We fight everything. Why? Why are we fighting? Oh, rest. Rest in the peace. Rest in the calm. Rest in the quiet. Let it be. So I think tonight, because I'm going to tell you, I don't know exactly what's going on in the universe right now, but there's a lot of people in suffering. When we know that, I'm hoping that you're not watching the news, but if you are, that's going to create a lot of chaos, right? So everything we see, except for if you pay attention in the now, right? Anything you see on television or, media or whatever, is going to create chaos. Stop it. Don't do that to yourself. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. If it's on, I leave the room. This is truth. I leave the room because I don't want that in me. You either have to cultivate or delete whatever comes in here, right? I don't want to have to delete a lot. So, I just don't even put it in there. So, if we allow ourselves to be in a calm space inside ourselves, it will bring the peace. We have to tell ourselves the truth, see, and hopefully, if you have to go back and watch this and make notes, you do so, because I want you to really have an understanding on how to let things be and how to not suffer, because it's important. I'm telling you, you don't have to suffer. None of us have to suffer. You don't have to suffer. You can love yourself enough to let things go. See? Love yourself enough to let things go. You don't have to suffer anymore over anything that happened in your past, because that was another lifetime, even if it happened yesterday. Even if it happened today, because it's not happening right now. So whatever happened before this moment in time, you can let it go, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. Be kind to yourself. So from this moment on, you can allow yourself to be mindful, right? You're going to allow yourself to be mindful. Pay attention to what you're speaking inside yourself, your thoughts. Pay attention. Are you being kind? Would you speak these things to your best friend? Be kind to yourself. You are your best friend. Love yourself. It's okay. Whatever it is, it's okay. Be peace inside yourself. Forgive yourself. Be patient with yourself. Because we all are in this journey together, right? We're on this journey together. We're all working for the same thing. We're all trying to find peace and happiness. Some people are looking for nibbana or nirvana, however you want to say it. But first, in order to have that, you have to find the peace inside yourself. You have to find that calm space, that loving kindness for yourself. See, it's not about someone else. It's not about what they've done to you or anything. It's not about anybody else, because the only thing we can do anything about is us, right? We can't change someone else. You know, people say, well, did you tell them this? No. Sometimes I just say, no, I didn't say anything. Well, why not? Well, because it wouldn't do any good. See, they've already have their mind made up. They're not in a place that they want to hear what I have to say. So I don't need to say it because they're not there. They don't want to hear it. It won't make any difference. See, I have this knowledge. I have this inside of me. I know if I speak it, they're not going to want to hear it. So I'm not going to say it because I'm going to take care of me, right? If there's a time when I need to speak something, I know I need to speak something and I speak it. But I take care of me first so that I can help other people take care of them first. See, that's how it goes. I don't take care of other people. I help other people take care of themselves. See, I help other people have their little toolbox with tools I give them, and they go in there and they decide which one they need today, right? Sometimes we need the mindfulness tool. We need to be mindful inside ourselves and know what we're thinking, right? Sometimes we need the clear comprehension tool so we know that thought that we had, what it's going to create. That's our clear comprehension. It's going to create something. So we're comprehending on what it's going to happen, right? We're telling ourselves, oh, well, if I do that, this is going to happen, right? And most of the time we already know what's going to happen if we're telling ourselves the truth, right? Because it's happened before, right? If we think about something hard enough, we know we're going to suffer if it's the past. We know that it's happened before. So we can just tell ourselves that, oh, yeah, if I do that, that's going to happen. Then you don't have to do it because you've already went through it in your mind. You're already like, oh, well, I don't have to do that because I know what that's going to do. And I like myself. I love me. Not in an egotistical way. I mean, there's something inside of us all that is the same, right? This little thing. You can't touch it, you can't see it. It's not your body, right? But it's this thing. And it's the same in all of us. And so that thing wants peace. That thing inside wants peace. Well, we can create that. So tonight we'll do a little meditation. I usually have a little music. Let me see if I have any kind of
What was holy basil?
Okay. Share if you want.
Yeah, it burns if I put it on my lips, so yeah.
Okay. Let's see. wonder if I can go on YouTube at the same time I'm on that. Is it going to get me
You
on?
want me to
Can
go
you
and
use my
look?
YouTube app as well?
I've got.
See if I can get to your page on YouTube.
I've got.
Oh, that's why it says I clicked something that's stuck. Do you want
I
to
don't
swirl
know
out?
if this is. No, I'm good. Oh, wait. This one is the one.
Abigail Spanberger was appointed to the Virginia
Not Abigail Spanberger. Where, see, they get you even in the commercials on YouTube. How about that? And they make you listen to it because it says it will start playing after this ad. Isn't that funny? Oh, and we get another one. Yeah, it won't let me. Not on that one. Okay. So this is just a little calming. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm going to set it up closer to the TV so you can hear it. And this is a beautiful chant, and it's allowing everyone to have peace inside. So I'm going to say, let's just sit for a moment, take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Now just breathe in quiet and clear your mind. Listen to the music. And allow yourself to just calm down. If your mind goes someplace you don't want it to go, bring it back to the music, taking a deep breath, letting it out. Anytime your mind wanders, just take a breath. Bring your mind back to your breath. Slowly, I want you to take another deep breath. Let it flow through your body. Feel it, giving you the breath of life. Letting it out. Breathing in. Following it through your body and letting it out. One more time. Breathing in. Following it through your body. Letting it out. And slowly, we're going to come to ourselves. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you need to. And open your eyes. And be in this present moment. I'm hoping that this was helpful to people. Again, I have put my phone number, my email up if anyone needs help and wants to talk. Please feel free to do so. I have journeyed a lot in this lifetime and had a lot of education. So I can help with the suffering. I can help give you tools so that you don't have to suffer anymore. So the only thing you have to do is use them. I can't use them for you. I use them for myself. So please feel free to do that. You can come to meditation or you can join online at any time. Have a good evening and enjoy your peace.